Hello everybody and welcome back to my Python basics tutorials for beginners. And if this is your first time here and you want to know how to code, please like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and enable notification for new videos. And in this video I'm going to explain everything we've done in the previous tutorials. If you want to watch the previous tutorials, I'll leave the links in the description. So let's get started. In this video, we'll learn about input and conditional statements. First, what is input? This is a type of text input which allows you to enter text what you want when the code is running. And what is needed? A variable is required because the variable will be used to store data from the input, and also the input is function, and also the input function with the speech marks will be needed. And also conditional statements. What are they? These statements are kind of functions that do something when the user does this. If they type this in the input function, if they type this, the computer will do this. What's the point of them? They are used mostly with input, with a variable, and other tasks. The user does this to do the action. How do you do this? In order to do this, enter the variable name first, then followed by the equal sign. You can see in this image is showing the variable name, which is name, and here in the input function, it says what's your name. Then the variable name is being followed by the equal sign, and then in the input function with the speech marks, and then here it's asking for the user's name. And here you need to add this space because it's a lot nicer with space. Without this space, it can work fine. So let's open up the idle window. You can see this white window will pop up. I'm just going to make a new file, then save this file. And I'll just call this input. And now let's start up the file so you can but for this example, I'll just call this variable person. You can call this variable name if you want, but I'll call this person equals input. Let's say you can ask the person, let's say, what is your name, with a space. I'm going to save and now run, and you want to run module. You can do this by F5, but let's run in module. As you can see, it asks you for the name, so I just type Federico. As you can see, it has done nothing. And now you want to probably print hello. So let's say print hello person. So what this program is doing, it's from here, when the user is typing the name, it's storing the variable person. Or you can type hello or whatever. You can say your name is the variable, whatever. So this, I'll just say hello and say yes. So I say Federico. It says hello. You can see it says hello. And what other thing you can do is you can also ask the user for their age. So I'll just call this variable age equals input. Say let's ask how old are you. It says how old are you. Let's type 11. As you can see, it does nothing. So if you just want to print age, what it's simply doing, it's the input is storing the number into age. You can see it prints 11. And now you also want it to do, like, you want to print next year you'll be this age. So let's say print next year you will be age plus 1. You can see it gives me an error. It says it can't convert int to string. What this means, it's a type error. So let's say you can just type, if you check the type age, this is class string. What does it mean? So input is treating the number as a string. So whatever you type, such as text or floats or numbers, input will treat it like a string. That means if say like this, that means it can treat it, it will treat it like a string. That means you can't add through it. So see, it still gives the same type error. So you need to use something called string. You can use string or int, but for this I'll use string. You can use int if you like, but for this I'm using string. So I'm going to copy the same statement and print it here. And now I'm just going to put string age plus 1. Or let's say print, I'm going to copy the same statement. Let's say int and plus 1. See, it says next year you'll be 12. So now let's do the conditional statements. Let's say I just call this, let's say ninjas equals input. Let's say how many ninjas are attacking. And now we're going to use the conditional statements for this. So instead, if it's saying how many ninjas are attacking, so for this we just, the user has to type a number, then it will store it inside ninjas. So let's say if ninjas is equal to, if ninjas is greater than 50, that means if the number of ninjas is greater than 50, let's say print that's too many. And now if you run the program, it asks for your name and it says how many ninjas are attacking. So let's say something more than 50, let's say 54. So I have to add int. So let's add int for this to be, this entire thing to be converted to a number. Run this, let's say, and now it says how many ninjas attacking, so I just 54. It says that's too many. Also, if the user types something which is, say, elif ninjas, what this elif is short for else if. So elif is short for else if. Say elif ninjas is less than it has to be less than 20. Say print maybe we can do it. Sorry, I'll add this to the statement. So let's say, so else, let's say print may say, let's say we can take them. So we can take them. So if the user doesn't type anything that is greater than 50 or less than 50, the else will print here what this will print what it's going to print if the user doesn't type a number that's less than, that's a number that's greater than 50 and less than 20. So let's run this. And now it asks how many ninjas are attacking. So if I just type something like 66, it says that's too many. Say, let's rerun the program. Let's say we want to make it less than 20, so let's say 18. So maybe we can do it, or otherwise. So if we type something which is actually not less than 20 or greater than 50. Let's say let's say 2 says, maybe we can do it, or maybe, so let's say if ninjas is less than, say, 10, let's say 7, maybe you can do it. And here are some challenges that you have to do by yourself. One, you have to make a program that asks the user for their name with the input function. Then make a program that asks the user for their age with the input function as well. And make a program with the input function and with the conditional statements included. Thanks for watching. Here are some things you must do. Stay tuned by liking and subscribing. Hit the bell icon. Leave a like. And if you have any questions, suggestions, or feedback, leave it in the comment section below. And see you in the next tutorial. And please subscribe. I need 10,000 subscribers. I'll leave the sub confirmation link in the description. So and for a shout out in my future videos. So please subscribe. I need 10,000 subscribers. The sub confirmation link in description. So I'll see you in the next tutorial.